Happy Hip Hop here. We're here with LEEDZ, CEO of LEEDZ Edutainment. Sorry about that, LEEDZ Edutainment.
Right.
Greatly appreciate you taking the time. You see, I kind of flubbed with the name Edutainment. That came from, just doing some research. That came from a KRS-One album.
No, it came from when I started my company. My real name's Ed, so my name's Ned, but my real name's Edward. So when I started my company, back in 2004. It was entertainment. Anyone would start an entertainment. It was get money entertainment. I'm over here entertainment. I'm behind this building entertainment. So it was I didn't want to just come up with something that was like that. So I took my name and I flipped it, and was also so I made it LEEDZ. It was my nickname. So it was LEEDZ Edutainment because my first name was Ed, and there was also the KRS-One album. Okay. But the KRS-One album Edutainment is not really why I called it that.
Yes. Okay. Based on based on the name.
Right.
Okay. Got you. And so, with regard to the talent out here, in Boston, are you responsible for just the promotion or the booking itself?
Both, a little of both. Mostly the promotion, but I book. Oh, actually, booking and promotion. Actually, for all the events I do, I book national headliners, local acts to open up, local headliners. Pretty much everything you see here at the Middle East, as far as the hip hop shows go. I've booked other type of genres of music working here, but primarily hip hop.
So how do you determine who to book, for the shows here at the Middle East?
It's fan base. You can't. If an artist doesn't have a fan base, he doesn't get booked. It's that simple. I wish I could say I could book every act I like, but you have to book acts that have the fans that are going to bring the people in the building, and that can be, over my course of my career for 13 years. I've seen fans' bases change so often. It isn't really about what I like; it's what the fans like. And unfortunately, the fans are never wrong when it comes to putting people in the building. So it basically is based on whoever's fan base. That's who we book.
Okay. Now, you never had a situation where you booked an artist and you thought it was going to be, I guess, a large crowd, and maybe a large crowd didn't show up?
All the time. I mean, that happens all the time in promotions. It's never as big as you want it to be. I've sold out many shows. I've flopped on a bunch of shows. I've broken even on shows. I've done well on shows. There's no set thing. I mean, you got to keep your expectation. The key is keeping your expectation at a real level. Not thinking it's too big and not thinking it's too small. Right. Because, if you think it's too big, you're going to lose money. And if you think it's too small, you might not get the show. So you got to find that balance. That's where comes, experience in promoting shows comes in, because you got to learn how to gauge an artist's worth. And everyone can be a fan, but who's got the ability to actually gauge an artist's worth and what they're going to bring in and how much you pay them? Because if you make a mistake, your bankroll's gone, and I've made those mistakes. So that's what separates your ability in this game.
So just speaking about just some of those mistakes, how do you, when you make those mistakes, find, I guess, the inner strength to say, I'm going to keep doing this, versus you saying, I'm out the game, I don't have time for this. What makes you, what drives you to keep going?
I think what drives me is I had done so many bad jobs before this. I had made money successfully in other careers that I didn't really like the job. And I've been a student of hip hop since over 25 years now. You know what I mean? And so it's I did all those bad jobs. So when I finally get to the point of this is what I wanted to do. And I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning and wiped out my whole savings account doing this. And then what made me wake up the next day after losing all my money and want to do it again? Because I really love doing it. You got to have that love for the game, promoting music in general, and being a part of it, and then it don't feel like such a job. You know what I mean? If you look at it as this job's going to pay me this and that and the third, you're not going to last. You can't do it for the money in this game, because the swings are so heavy. You might be broke for 3 months and then be up for 4 months. So at the end of the day, you got to love what you want to do, and you got to believe in yourself. At the end of the day, it's believing in yourself that I can do this. And I just felt like I've just always had that killer instinct in me. I think I was just born with it. I don't know if it was coming from bad situations early in my life that just gave me that drive that I got to get up and I got to do this. And, failure is not an option for me. So I just kept doing it, and persistence is what kept me in the game. I won some, I lost some, but I kept going. And that's how I survived. That's why I'm still here.